Hey guys, in today's quick tip video, we're going to talk about your sex life. I often talk about the intimacy spectrum when I'm targeting your sex life, and it is important to do so. There are times though when we also need to focus directly on your sex life. So today I have 8 tips for you on how you can enhance your sex life. Let's get to work. The first tip I have for you is communication is key. Having open and honest communication with your partner about what you enjoy or about your boundaries in sex is essential to having a healthy sex life. To start this conversation, I want you to have it before you have sex. Talk about any boundaries, needs, the yeses and the nos that go with you specifically around your personal sexual needs. And then also after you have sex, I want you to talk about what you enjoy or what you disliked. The more you talk about what you enjoy during sex, your partner's going to learn what you like and is more likely to do that thing. The second tip I have for you is to prioritize intimacy. This is important because you have very busy lives, you have a lot going on. If you don't prioritize it, then it can get kind of lost in the muck of your daily life. For some couples, that means that they schedule it. For some couples, that means that they have a go-to time. An example might be Thursdays at 6 when your kids are at soccer practice. But I want you to prioritize whether you schedule it or not. Have the mentality that you want to prioritize your sex life. The third tip I have for you is to explore one another's fantasies and desires. Take time to explore them, to not just identify them or perhaps say, oh, I'm not into that, or I am, but to actually explore it. It's not saying that you're agreeing to do this, but I want you to explore why your partner has this desire. The more warmth you can have in this conversation, the more intimacy you'll automatically have with that exploration, even if you decide to move forward with that or not. The fourth tip I have, which is similar but also unique, is to try new things. That might be a new position, it might be purchasing something. A lot of couples will report feeling uneasy about making a purchase in town, especially most of my clients are business owners. So I want you to start exploring online what kind of purchases you want to make. This might be tied to that previous point around your fantasies or your desires, or perhaps that just will help foster some exploration together. But start online and it takes the pressure from going into a store in town. The fifth tip I have for you is to focus on foreplay. Foreplay is essential for most couples because it helps build the arousal and the excitement during sex. If you are one of those couples who tends to skip foreplay or not spend a lot of time in foreplay, then I want to challenge you to only stay in foreplay. Sometimes there can be a lot of pressure to move towards intercourse, towards an orgasm, and we kind of miss more of that intimate connection that can happen. So I want you to focus on that if you tend to skip it. The sixth tip I have for you is to practice mindfulness. While you are exploring intimately with one another, I want you to be mindful of the sensations, of the emotions that come up for you. I want you to be present in the moment, to really think about how this feels different than other times you've had sex. Where are you feeling these different sensations? What emotions are coming up for you? If you'd like to share them with your partner in the moment or afterwards, then I think that can only help communicate more of what you like or what you dislike during sex. Tip number 7 is to celebrate pleasure. I don't want you to focus solely on your performance or achieving some kind of end goal. Instead, I want you to focus on the pleasure and celebrating being in that moment with your partner, whether or not an orgasm occurs. And tip number 8 is to keep the spark alive. I want you to think about intimacy in the bedroom and outside the bedroom. I want you to think about how you can connect with one another in sex, show appreciation for your partner in sex. Keep the spark alive through your words, through your actions, through your physical touch, whatever you can do to keep the spark alive, to keep things exciting for you and your partner. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here at the Couples Workshop, where I provide no BS couples therapy. I also put out videos like this to focus on quick tips to help you reconnect in your relationship. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.